It's Friday, July 17th, 2026. This week, a 16-year-old flaw hiding inside virtually every cloud environment on the planet was disclosed. And it allows any logged-in user to escape their virtual machine entirely and take control of the host. Separately, a new attack technique plants false memories inside AI agents through a single email. And Anthropic filed a lawsuit against one of its own largest customers. A lot moved this week. This is Signal Zero, JaneEscape, the cloud flaw that was hiding for 16 years. The most urgent story this week is CVE 2026-53359, named JaneEscape. Researchers disclosed a critical vulnerability in the Linux KVM hypervisor, the virtualization layer that runs the overwhelming majority of cloud infrastructure. On AWS, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, and every major hosting provider. The flaw allows a guest virtual machine to escape its isolated environment and achieve full code execution on the underlying host. The implications are severe. Every cloud tenant is supposed to be isolated from every other tenant by the hypervisor. JaneEscape breaks that isolation on Intel and AMD x86 systems simultaneously, not one architecture, both. The flaw has been undetected in production code since 2010. A public proof of concept is already circulating that can cause host kernel panic, and a private exploit achieving full code execution has been confirmed by researchers who stripped the POC before publishing specifically to slow exploitation. The patch is available and cloud providers are applying it now, but the window between POC publication and active exploitation has shrunk to hours. If you are running self-managed KVM infrastructure, verify your kernel version and patch status today. If you are on major cloud platforms, watch for maintenance notices this weekend. AI tools as attack surfaces, 2 new vectors. 2 AI-specific attack disclosures this week deserve immediate attention from anyone building or deploying AI-assisted workflows. The first is MemGhost, a new attack technique that plants persistent false memories inside AI agents through a single malicious email. The attack exploits how many AI agent frameworks persist context between sessions. A crafted input can inject beliefs or instructions into an agent's memory store that then influence every subsequent decision that agent makes, silently, without the operator knowing the memory has been corrupted. For organizations running AI agents with persistent memory in customer service, security triage, or workflow automation, this is a real operational risk, not a theoretical one. The second is Cursor IDE. Researchers disclosed 2 zero-click remote code execution vulnerabilities in Cursor, one of the most widely deployed AI coding assistants. The flaws allow attackers to overwrite system files and escape the application sandbox entirely with no user interaction required. Zero-click means no phishing link, no malicious file to open, just exposure. Cursor has released a patch, and enterprises running AI coding assistants should verify their version and update immediately. Taken together, these 2 disclosures confirm a pattern Signal Zero has been tracking. AI tooling is now a primary attack surface, not a secondary one. The tools your developers use are being targeted by the same threat actors trying to break into what they build. Anthropic vs. Abnormal AI, a lawsuit that reveals more than it intends. On July 1st, Anthropic filed a trademark infringement lawsuit against Abnormal AI in the Northern District of California, alleging that Abnormal's 2025 rebrand, specifically its /style logo, was copied from Anthropic's own brand system. Abnormal CEO Evan Reiser responded publicly on July 7th with a counter-narrative that is drawing more industry attention than the lawsuit itself. Reiser disclosed that Abnormal never received any communication before the suit was filed, despite being one of Anthropic's largest customers, with his personal account projected to spend approximately $1 million on Claude services in 2026 alone. He also posted documentation showing Abnormal's /logo predates the alleged copying by 4 years. The lawsuit is notable for one specific reason. Abnormal AI, a major enterprise security company, is not a Project Glasswing partner. Despite Anthropic expanding Glasswing to over 200 organizations across cybersecurity, one of the largest AI-native security platforms is not in the program. As Anthropic moves deeper into the commercial security market, the question of which partners are inside that coalition is increasingly consequential. 3 stories this week, one common thread. The infrastructure that runs AI is now the primary target. Cloud hypervisors, agent memory systems, developer tools, and the business relationships between the companies building the defenses. The August 1st NSA and CISA framework deadline is now 15 days away. That framework will determine the rules for every major frontier AI launch. Signal Zero will be watching it closely. Subscribe and drop your questions below. Stay sharp.